Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Spells and Stripe podcast, the only podcast that has right intro joke here.
Clever response.
You never write your responses. You
Because I never know what you're gonna say.
I did tell you, I used to be like, all right, when I say this, then respond, because usually there's a whole gap of silence right in the intro, but then you kept doing that anyway. So it's like, all right, well, I might as well keep the joke hidden. Because I like secrets. I'm a secretive little thing. Anyway, question, how was your day?
You don't have a question of the week, don't you?
I do have a question of the week. Let's so a question and more an ask of the week. What is ask of the week? What is your hot Scooby-Doo take?
This is okay, so you definitely have an answer.
I have like 5. I shan't give them all, but I have a lot of opinions on Scooby-Doo.
I'm shocked we have not. Well, no, we did do a full Scooby episode. We did the mystery ranking.
That is true, yeah. But honestly, I don't even need a tier list to talk about Scooby-Doo for a full hour and a half.
So what's your? Give me one.
I feel like I almost said one. I feel like I've already said that I kind of want Scrappy to be presented in a more positive light.
I knew. Okay, at this point, wanting Scrappy to be genuine is not a hot take.
It is.
I knew you were
going to
say Scrappy.
Well, maybe with Velma, maybe it's no longer.
Yeah, no. After it was like still.
Let me say something else.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say if I can finish my thought.
Yeah.
Pre-Velma, even after there was more people, I saw more people saying they like Scrappy and he was overhated. Even then, I would say it was a hot take. But after Velma, no, everyone loves Scrappy now. It's not a hot take to say that you want him back or.
Once again, Velma has ruined everything for me. I think it would be cool if Scooby-Doo and Shaggy were experts on the paranormal. They're so paranoid that they end up researching everything. Because usually Velma's the expert on the paranormal, which doesn't make sense because she's the science nerd. And so it's why is the science nerd being
actually true? Because the whole thing with Velma is that she doesn't believe in ghosts. That she believes everyone is just always just a guy in a mask.
Scooby and Shaggy to believe in the ghosts because they're always afraid. So they should be experts in the paranormal.
Perfect. Let's be honest here. Shaggy's role is more or less just so there can be a human that can talk to Scooby. Obviously, different shows give him more, but generally, that's really is just his role in the show. So give him a reason to be there, and that makes perfect. Not really a hot take being real, but it does make sense.
Yeah, because as an analyst of Scooby-Doo, Scooby and Shaggy, I mean, obviously they're the ones who they're the bait a lot of the time, which is fine. That's a good bit, you know.
You can still have them be a bait, but they can also be like, oh, that's a blah 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 blah.
Exactly. It's not exclusionary. They're also oftentimes the warriors of the group, which is the way better, more fun role for them, I think. It kind of also falls along with the whole bait thing, but sometimes they're the ones who are getting chased, but they're also the ones counteracting the ghosts. I think Mystery Incorporated does that kind of well, where in some of the times they just straight up fight the monster, and I love that for them. I love when they're the offense. Because they're both a good interpretation of Scooby-Doo and Shaggy is where they're as best shown in the fucking Courage movie, where it's sure, they're afraid, but they still have a lot of courage and they will still do the right thing when they have to.
Yeah.
And I think that that's my Scooby-Doo
I do.
opinion.
I think we have this before, but the Scooby-Doo franchise kind of just collapsed in on itself. Like, parroting its cliches is now even more cliche than said cliches.
Yeah.
Like it's
Like,
no longer haha with the door. Oh god, they're doing the door gag. Ah, that's so generic. Yes, we know. It every single reboot for the past 5 bajillion years has been like, oh, I got the door gag. Ah, how overdone. Oh, Velma loses her glasses. Ah ha ha. Doesn't that happen every episode? Stop. It's more subversive to play it seriously than to be like, oh, they're doing that again.
in a world where, like, the first Scooby-Doo, like, live action movie and the Scooby-Doo project are both, like, over 20 years old exist, like, Velma. So yeah, yeah.
I guess you'd say that's my hot take, that it's more subversive to play these old cliches straight. Like just do the hoax. Don't be like, oh no, it's actually this real world thing. This real monster is real. The monsters are real, guys. Oh, it's not Old Man Jenkins. Oh, it's Old Man Jenkins again. I hope there's a real monster, guys. At this point, there's probably more real monsters in this series than there are fake ones. It's not special.
I mean, I disagree there because in most of the serialized Scooby-Doos, and I think even in most movies, because obviously there's like the Witch's Ghost and all that, I think most of the time the monsters are still fake.
I'm pretty sure
again,
every single. I know. I genuinely think every single movie, it is a real monster.
Not every single movie. Well, Scooby-Doo WrestleMania, they're faking that.
Yeah, because it's freaking wrestling. Of course it's fake.
Yeah. Cyber Chase is kind of a weird.
I was
thinking
Cyber Chase, but like that's a little like the Phantom Virus is like an actual thinking, breathing creature. Not breathing as a but like, it's an actual creature that actually exists. But it is made up by a guy. Yeah. Okay, so obviously not like obviously not everyone. God, Jesus, sorry for not thinking of every single freaking 40 plus Scooby-Doo movie. Jesus Christ. But a majority of them are fake. And yes, you're saying, oh yeah, not every monster in Mystery Inc. or whatever is real, and you're right. But like, it always builds up to there's always the one that is real. The big one. You're looking at the main villain versus just the one-off, the villain of the weeks.
That's fair. Yeah.
The hot take I was gonna say was I think Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island, the sequel from like 2 years ago or so, probably even more, is the worst thing to come out of the series. Worse than Velma. Because I will give Velma this. It is different. It tries something different. It's not a good thing, but it did do something different. Return to Zombie Island is just taking the original that everyone loves, doing it again, but worse.
See, that's interesting, and I wish I could comment. However, those are like the two Scooby-Doo things I have not seen. So it's like, shit, you might be right.
I'm gonna have to watch Velma again soon for the worst cartoons. I keep putting that off because I don't want to watch all those bad cartoons, man. But the good news is for that video that most of them are pretty short.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yep. At least Velma does something different. It's not a good different, but it's different. If you're going to watch Return to Zombie Island, just watch the original.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I could argue that Velma only does something different if you're looking purely at the Scooby-Doo franchise. If you look beyond, Velma isn't that original.
I mean, even like back when Velma came out, I saw people like being, oh yeah, if you want this aspect of Velma done well, watch Harley Quinn's show. If you want this aspect, watch Venture Bros. If you want this aspect, watch Mystery Inc. Blah blah blah. Which that's fair, but like for Scooby-Doo, it is a different take, and there is stuff I like about Velma. It's not a good show, of course, but like I think the mystery aspect is interesting. I think Fred and Shaggy have some funny moments. It's not a good show, but I can point out a few things that are good about it. I cannot do the same for Return to Zombie Island. It is just the original movie, but they ruin what makes it good.
That's fair. That is interesting. I will probably end up watching both eventually, so I'm curious to think how I'll feel. But that is interesting. So Stripe, you actually did a thing for the podcast.
You say that literally every single time I do a thing for a podcast.
I don't say it often.
It's not funny anymore, dog. I've made several tier lists. I've come up with other ideas.
That is true.
You smell bad.
Yeah.
So I like deathbed. I like seeing people kill each other. Robin doesn't understand that side of me. So our idea was I wrote down 40 ideas. We're probably not gonna get through all of them, but we can like try to rapid fire. 40 different ideas. 20 of them are actual death battles that have been released, and the other 20 are just ones I see brought up, like popular matches I've seen brought up. And I'm gonna ask Robin what they think of the who they think wins, and I will tell them if they're right or not based off what I've heard. I'll for the ones that haven't come out yet, for the ones that haven't happened. These are ones I'm familiar with.
Yeah. And we definitely won't end up arguing about who will win.
Yeah, you try to argue with like some of my friends in my server, and like, dog, they know what they're talking about. You don't. They know what they're talking about. You don't. Anyway, okay.
Okay, yeah, sure. They've seen a fucking death battle before. That doesn't mean they're right about everything.
Mario versus Sonic. Who wins?
Sonic. He's faster.
So about that, people calculate both their speeds. Mario's actually faster.
Yeah, I've seen the fucking Mad Pat, but Sonic's faster.
No. Okay, yeah, that's an old freaking video. That's nowhere near Sonic's best speed. But even then, in the modern games, Mario's better speed feats. But get this.
Fucking how?
Sonic's stronger.
Okay, yeah. I don't see Mario taking down the fucking big-ass robots from Frontier. You know?
Yeah. The best...
There's a reason why Shadow the Hedgehog, the ultimate life form, looks like Sonic and he doesn't look like Mario. That's all I'm gonna say.
I believe the speed thing comes from Galaxy 2, where Mario can pilot the Starship Mario between galaxies in like 2 seconds.
That's the Starship. If you gave Sonic a Starship...
Yeah, no, but he can pilot it. He can react to like meteors and stuff at supersonic speeds, like that. Not so like ridiculously, like massively faster than light speeds, stuff like that.
Okay, so he has really fast reaction time.
But reaction can also apply to battle.
Okay, yeah, there's a fast reaction time. That's one thing, but in a foot race, which is what I think about when I say speed, because I'm not insane, Sonic wins.
I don't know if you're cut out for versus debating, dog.
I don't think the versus community is cut out for versus debating.
I will say it is very debatable. I don't even know who wins. I'm just saying it's generally accepted that Mario is faster, which is really funny.
Because of... That's stupid. Is it... How confirmed is it that it's actually light speed and it just isn't like... Because I know in the game you can, you select the world and boom.
There's a few others. Like in one of the Mario Party games, you can just like outswim a black hole.
That's Mario Party. It's nebulous. It,
Also in the RPGs, they can like go across like entire dimensions.
okay, that's actually I forgot about the RPGs. That's fair.
Okay.
If it
See.
was if we're talking about like m- if we're talking about the RPG games, then there's Mario has a better chance. Sonic also has an RPG game. I haven't fucking played it. So that's a bad point. But I'm just saying, Sonic, Sonic's
Do I move on to
faster.
the next one? Do you have more to want to say?
I'm already upset at life. Not upset. I'm not upset. I'm joking upset. I'm upset slash pause.
Do you want me to just go down like all the official ones first before we go into like the ones that I haven't done, or do I need to like ping pong back and forth?
Yeah, let's do a little bit of ping ponging.
Okay. Big one. My most wanted episode. Who wins Lose versus Anne?
All right. So I know because the versus community is. I know that a thing about the versus community is they always look at the characters at their strongest, which I guess I get. So it's really a thing between Calamity and
Calamity Anne
Titan
versus
moves.
the Titan Lose. Yeah. Um, I will say just before you go on to that, it is generally accepted that base Anne would just absolutely slaughter base Lose.
Yeah, because Anne knows how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
And I think is a bit older as well.
I think they're both 13.
Both 13.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think I might tell you this already. Just random side fun fact. Anne and the other three other two. Sorry, were made to be 16, but Disney was like, no, don't do that. Lower their ages so they can be more relatable. And Matt Brawley was like, okay, sure. Didn't change the designs at all. And Anne's like taking like her driving lessons and other things that are more suited for like a 16-year-old. So they're basically supposed to be 16, but officially they're 13. I know because I just wrote down like I just did I looked through all my favorite characters for their canon ages, which is gonna be a video soon.
Yeah. So, but back to the Calamity versus Titan Powers. They both only really, I mean, Anne has more experience with them. Luz did it for like what, 3 minutes, and probably doesn't last that long. While I think the Calamity Powers would last longer. Also, the Calamity Powers seem to be more. I'm trying to remember back to. Trying to remember back to the end of Amphibia. Cause I know there's some like multiversal shit going on, but I don't think that makes Calamity Anne like multiversal level or whatever.
There is a multiverse in Amphibia, of course, because there is just the frog world is a different like dimension than the human world. Though admittedly that's the same for Owl House, and
Yeah,
they don't affect each other at all.
right.
No one like destroys the multiverse; they just go across it. Even then, they have no control over when they go across it. They need the music box.
I mean, yeah. Neither of those two.
Houses need the door.
Yeah, neither of those two have any abilities against the multiverse. There are Gravity Falls characters that do, but that's different. I still. Trying to think.
Give me a gut feeling, and I'll tell you what I've heard.
I feel like Belos in his big old sludge form would probably be considered stronger than Andreas. And even Andreas kind of gave Calamity
reminder that we're using their final forms. So the strongest thing Anne fought is not Andreas, it's the giant freaking moon.
Yeah, but that also required help. She couldn't have done that on her own. Which is another thing where it's like,
we're assuming that this is like the white form, the white calamity form.
Oh shit, I forgot all about
Which,
that.
because if you're going to give Anne, if you're going to give Luz a Titan, which she needs to talk to Papa Titan for, it only makes sense to give Anne the white form.
Yeah. I think it probably would be Anne. That's what I'm leaning. I feel like Luz could like maybe pull. She's got more trickery. I feel like, but I don't think. I feel like Anne just, again, just like Mario versus Sonic, Anne just, A Train.
So for what I've heard, this is extremely debatable. I think you can go either way, genuinely. There is an argument for Anne to be significantly stronger. Not Anne, Luz, because apparently Collector made their own like little room in the castle, which has like an entire star system. So there's an argument for solar system level Collector, which of course Anne would scale to. Luz, sorry, frick, dang it. You know what I mean. Which would be significantly stronger than anything Anne's done. But
again, it's all that
without
scaling
that
nonsense.
What?
I don't think Luz would scale to Collector. I don't think Luz scales to Collector.
It's pretty explicit that I mean, Luz killed Bellows, who instantly nullified Collector without a second thought. So because we're thinking of like
because
giant
Collector was
form.
kind of fucking around. If Collector was locked in, he could have like exploded Bellows.
I don't think so. It's definitely Bayo because we didn't. I don't really know who wins. Most people I've seen say Anne, but I have one friend who's like extremely diehard on Luz, and they're usually the person I go to for versus stuff. So I really just wanted your thoughts, someone who did not research this at all. I'm gonna probably lean Anne because I feel like for one, it's even debatable if you want to use the Titan and the Final Calamity, because they need to die to get those forms. And without it, then it's Anne. Anne just wins. But even with them, I'm kind of leaning Anne. It's debatable though.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning Anne. Yeah.
Okay. The next one, this is also done by Death Battle. I wrote this down. I don't know if you even care about this matchup. Ryu versus Scorpion.
Ryu versus Scorpion is interesting. I know bits about both.
I figured you at least knew who these characters are, right?
Yeah, like scorpions, like from the desert. I'm with you. No, I know. Get over here. Hogan.
This is an older episode, but I do agree with the results. Older as in like it's a decade old, but I still agree with this.
I'm trying to think of like the general, because I'm assuming this is more that scaling stuff. So I'm trying to think about like who the most powerful character in both series are, and then whichever one has the most powerful guy.
Overall, it's like generally accepted to be like Akuma for Street Fighter. I don't know who's the strongest in Mortal Kombat.
See, I was thinking about Akuma. I don't know. I guess it would be, oh god, oh, Mr. Face with the face.
Q.
The guy, Lightning God guy. Kind of like a god, sorta.
Raiden for Mortal Kombat.
Raiden.
I would argue that like Shao Kahn's probably like of the characters that you would know, Shao Kahn's probably the strongest for Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I think I was thinking of Liu Kang, the
Mortal Kombat
like, one guy,
the main character.
The god.
Yeah.
He's kind of like
Are you sure you're not thinking of Raiden? Because he's a thunder god.
Raiden is a thunder god. That's yeah. Because I know Mortal Kombat has the gods that you can fight, and if Scorpion can fight a god, I don't think I can't remember what exactly Akuma is. I don't think he might be like a devil or he's some he's something a bit more mythological, but I don't think he God, you know.
They actually
Sorry,
did
all
do Shao Kahn versus Akuma as well. I didn't write it down because it would be the same debate, but like they did do that.
um. A part of me wishes that it was Ryu because I prefer Street Fighter a lot. I just feel like Mortal Kombat just got that sauce. I I I feel like I'm leaning towards Mortal Kombat because I all the gods and stuff.
Back when they did this, I think it was pretty debatable. I think it was they both were like around like on the low end there was like building level stuff for both, and the high end there was like country or so level stuff for both. Nowadays, Street Fighter is more or less the same. Mortal Kombat is like multiversal, so Scorpion just dominates nowadays. Scorpion won, by the way. Scorpion did win in the old episode. So,
No.
you got one. Congratulations.
Now you could argue that Ryu scales to the Marvel characters.
Cool. Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Fair enough. I forgot that existed.
Most people do. So, going back to, I don't know why this is the second one I wrote down, but I think it's a funny one to ask you. Who wins Daroche from Kirby versus Morgana from Persona?
All right, this is an interesting one. This is interesting. Because Daroche scales with Kirby.
Yeah, pretty directly. Basically,
Pretty
every
directly.
Kirby character, every Kirby character besides like the common enemies, more or less scale to Kirby.
Right. So, the real question is, who would win? Kirby or Morgana? Because I don't think Morgana scales with Joker, because Joker does one thing. Because obviously I know about the Satan thing, but that required the power of friendship. Joker couldn't have done that on his own. That was like the Phantom Thieves collective, like, persona that was super powerful. I don't think one persona user could do that on their own. But persona users are still pretty powerful. Again, it depends. Here's the thing. Morgana's a bitch. As someone who's played Persona 5 and its many spin-offs, as in I've only played Tactica, but I watched someone play one of the other ones, Morgana keeps dying all the time. That little fucker loves to die. And I know you're gonna say some nonsense about, oh, he actually scales to the Persona 3. I don't think he does. I just think he's a little shit. So, who's the other? Oh, Roach.
Daroche.
Lupin, the third.
Daroche.
Roach wins.
I wish you were right, but no.
No, I am right. Your wish is granted.
You're like actually Persona 3 scaling blah blah. No, Persona 5. I looked up this guy up. Yaldabaoth? He looks like he's Holy Grail. It looks like.
Yeah, he's a big old yeah.
Yeah. The preliminary form of the final boss of Persona 5, which merged the real world with some other world, a plane behind the concept of dimensions. So
Yeah, no, he does do that. But one, humanity let him do that, sort of subconsciously, because of
he still did it.
Yaldabaoth is kind of connected to the collective unconscious. It's a
He still did it.
thing,
He still did it.
but I don't think Morgana couldn't do that on. He couldn't defeat Yaldabaoth on his own. He literally could
Yeah,
only
but
do that
like,
with the rest of Phantom Thieves.
what's one part of the extra dimensional universe? Because that's Morgana.
Morgana was only able to do that because he was a very small part in that. Let's be real.
He was still part
Like,
of it. Like even a small part of the Infinite Universe is still pretty big.
okay, if the entire Phantom Thieves were fighting DeRoche, they'd win because of the power of friendship. Plus, fucking Yaldabaoth, that's like the kind of shit Kirby fights every other day.
Okay, but it's not as strong as it's stronger than the things that Kirby fights every day.
I think if the fucking Morpho Knight Butterfly Man went up against Yaldabaoth, I think he'd do good. Maybe he wouldn't win, but he'd do better
Yeah,
than
that's the
Morgana
thing. He
would.
wouldn't win, and he's stronger than DeRoche. He's the ultimate warrior. He's the strong. He's like probably the strongest character, besides for Kirby. Even then, Morpho Knight's like canonicity is kind of debated. So you could just say he's the strongest character. If you were saying he does not win, I'm pretty sure DeRoche is dead.
Morgana doesn't scale to Yaldabaoth. The power of
Yes,
friendship scales
anyways,
to Yaldabaoth. I'll give you that. The power of friendship scales to Yaldabaoth. Morgana does not scale to Yaldabaoth. I've played the game. You haven't. Shh.
You're
Next
wrong.
one.
Link versus Cloud. Gra.
Link versus Cloud. Cloud.
You're right.
Which
okay,
Link?
next one.
Okay, yeah, Cloud.
Do you want to debate it or do you want to just move on? Because yeah, Cloud sounds pretty hard.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure how well you know these series, but frick you, Finn Jake versus Mordecai and Rigby.
Oh, Mordecai and Rigby.
So here's the funny thing.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty debatable. Because in strength, Finn and Jake just dominate. They have like multiversal garbage. While the best for regular show is Universal. But in speed, Mordecai and Rigby are like ridiculously faster, while the Adventure Time characters are not that fast. So it's really just a debate of can Mordecai and Rigby punch them to death before they just hit them once.
I feel like Mordecai and Rigby. I feel like they're.
They also have hacks.
I feel like they could take a beating, and I feel like they're very durable people from what I've seen of a regular show.
Yeah, but they're durable for their universe. You throw them against a character that's significantly stronger than them, then it's debatable. Like, will they be able to survive that? But the thing is, they also have like stuff like the power, which literally just you write a song out, and it just does whatever. It can do anything. So with their speed, they have a thing to be like, kill Finn and Jake, and then they just die. So.
Yeah.
So that's the fun thing with versus debating. It's stupid.
Oh, is it?
Okay, let's go back to the official ones. Batman versus Spider-Man.
Spaniard versus Spider-Man? What?
Batman! How could you physically hear Spaniard? What is wrong with you?
I have auditory processing disorder.
Wait, really?
Yes, have I not said that?
Nope. You genuinely never told me this.
Oh.
You probably should have started the podcast off with that, by the way.
Huh. Really?
Never told me.
Yeah, sometimes I hear words wrong, which is why sometimes I'm a little bit, yeah. Batman versus Spider-Man. fucking Spider-Man.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All of Batman's best stuff. He needs to prepare for it. Well, Spider-Man he fights characters like Batman all the time. Um,
Because even
there's
Spider-Man,
another
his
like
like whole thing is
super duper.
Spider-Man holds back, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Batman holds back a bit too, but like, I still think Spider-Man wins. Plus Spider Sense.
Yeah.
Um, going back to ones they have not done, Denji versus Yuji.
Denji versus Yuji. Yuji. Oh, I wait. For some reason, I was thinking, Deku instead of Denji. No, Denji.
Oh my god.
I've been watching a lot of My Hero Academia, so
Oh my
that's
god.
okay. Denji versus Yuji. I feel like we've talked about this.
We
I
did.
feel
I
like
was
we.
hoping you wouldn't remember. Well,
All I
like
remember is that we
episode
argued
5 of
about
the
it.
podcast.
All I remember is that we
Episode 5 of the
argued about
podcast.
it and that I was right, probably.
Uh, who do you think win? Because I remember who I think wins.
All right.
I still believe this character
Oh,
wins.
but you've only seen season 1, and I don't.
I know enough about the rest of this. I know freaking Denji, Vors, Makima. You don't gotta hold back.
He does do that, yeah. That was a moment of all time.
Imagine like your big main villain dies to a mukbang.
That's how this podcast is gonna end,
Yeah, and I'm
Um,
gonna be eating you.
and I'm excited about that, honestly. But we don't gotta talk about that right now. I. All right, because I've also just finished. Now that the Jujutsu Kaisen manga has ended, it adds some more questions. I'm not entirely sure Denji can be killed, but Yuji definitely can. I think Yuji is a better fighter than Denji. I think he's stronger. I think he's faster. I think he's got more bullshit. Denji just... I'm not sure Denji can die. I can't remember quite right. I think, if I remember correctly, Denji's thing is that he can heal, but I think he has to drink blood for that to happen. But I can't. I don't think he's immortal. I think Yuji wins.
I don't remember why, but from what I've heard, Yuji does win.
Yes.
Epic.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember the exact reasons why, but I keep hearing that Yuji would win.
Yeah. That makes sense because Yuji is a better fighter, but Chainsaw Man powers are weird, and I don't fully remember everything. So there might be like some sauce. Denji might got some, special sauce.
We'll get back to Chainsaw Man. I have another one down here.
Chainsaw Man.
So who would between Boba Fett and the Predator?
Predator?
Are you asking? Are you saying
No,
that
Predator.
wins,
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, Predator.
No.
Yes.
Boba Fett won. Boba
No.
Fett won.
No.
Boba Fett won.
No.
Boba Fett won. Boba Fett
No.
won.
Wrong.
Why do you think Predator wins? Why are you wrong?
I guess he does survive the Sarlacc pit. That does.
Yeah, he's survives the Sarlacc pit. Like nothing can really pierce that armor. Well, stuff can very much pierce Predator.
I have
He's.
more respect for the Predator, though.
I agree.
Where it's like,
No, I agree.
huh? Yeah.
I
I
agree.
feel like
If it was a moral victory, then Predator just leaps and bounds, but in an actual fight to the death, Star Wars is just very, very stupid. While Predator's a bit more
Yeah,
grounded.
because he's got the fucking Beskar armor. That is true.
Yeah.
Um, I think if the Predator had prep time, but I know that's a bit bullshit.
Yeah, because if you give one character prep time, you have to give the other one prep time. It's only fair. This next one, I don't know how familiar you are with one character, but I figured you probably know at least enough to discuss it. Yor versus Beatrix from Kill Bill.
That's the main lady, right?
That's the main lady. That's Uma Thurman.
Okay. So I know I watched. I've only seen Kill Bill Volume 1. I don't remember when I watched it, but I know it was a long time ago because I watched it with both my parents. So you know. So I don't fully remember everything. I know she cuts off a guy's scalp. However, Kill Bill, Beatrix is, I know she's strong for a human. Your Forger's barely, only legally human. She is a beast. You honestly, if the question was like your Forger versus the Predator, I think your Forger would just wouldn't even need the prep time. She wouldn't even need Arnold Schwarzenegger's log trap. She just flicks him and the Predator goes back to his home planet,
My newest one episode is Predator versus Yor.
Your Forger could kill God with a wink.
So a very funny thing about this episode, they were going to do this on the cast. They did do this on the cast, on their cast where they debated episode. And I believe right after they announced it, or very close to when they announced it, a new panel came out from Spy Family, where Yor kicks a volleyball into space.
Yes.
So Yor wins.
Yeah.
Pretty as you said, Beatrix is pretty grounded for a human. Yor is only human illegally.
Your Forger. Have you seen the Spy Family movie?
Yeah, I literally posted it in my server. You responded to me posting it on my server.
I remember someone watched the Spy Family movie, but I couldn't remember if it was you or not. Yeah, no, she's cracked.
Yes,
she's goated with the sauce.
She slaughters.
Yeah.
She slaughters. Yeah. You something you want to say?
Yeah.
Before I move on.
No, I started remembering bits of that conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
Or we talked about the movie.
Steven Universe versus Star Butterfly.
Oh, I don't know shit about Star.
Frick. Okay. I can skip this one if you want me to.
Can I guess?
You can guess. I can just tell you if I read it
wrong. I'd be believing in Steven,
I wish you were right, but no, Star won. I agree with it. It's funny because Steven is Star level, and Star is Universe level.
That is funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we move on to the next one, which I am very excited for this one. I'm so glad we got this one. Who wins between Captain Underpants and Skibbity Toilet?
You're gonna have to be more specific with Skibbity Toilet.
The worst things I've ever heard in my life. The one I always see thrown out in the match is the main Skibbity Toilet, like the one you see in the first video.
Okay. Now, a big part of Skibidi Toilet is brainwashing, but Captain Underpants, he's already brainwashed. So there's a part of me that believes that kind of counteracts the skibidification. Thank God I get a chance to say that word again. Um,
You're welcome.
yeah. For those who don't know, I just made a fucking. For those who don't know, it's
Scooby
the
Toilet
most
video.
popular thing I've
We
ever
have video
done
Scooby
in my
Toilet.
entire life right now.
Stop distracting from us. Talk about who wins between Scooby Toilet and Get Rid of Pants.
Because Skibidi Toilets can be, at least that specific Skibidi Toilet can be defeated by just guys, right? I mean, they've got robot heads, because I
If you
guess
want to, you can just put like the strongest Scooby Toilet against Captain Underpants.
the strongest Skibidi Toilet would. That's a hard question. That's probably one of the Astral Toilets or Astro Toilets. I forget which. I think they're Astral. Astro.
You're the
Astro.
Scooby Toilet expert here. I haven't watched it. I'm not.
I really am. So the
Yeah.
Astro Toilets, those are the super powerful ones. There's this one lady who I didn't talk about in my video but they kind of seem to be setting her up as like the big bad of the Astro Toilets. So she's probably the strongest. She fucking destroys Captain Underpants. Coughing baby versus nuclear bomb.
Where
However,
would you like? How strong is she? Where does she go in strength? If you had to put a label on it.
I could make an argument for like planetary.
Because
I wouldn't
also
be
where Captain
surprised.
Underpants goes.
What the fuck?
Let me look up how strong Captain Underpants is, because I
Let me look
I
up
should
who
have
the
said
strongest
the-
Skibidi Toilet is.
um uh
Okay, yeah, Mothership Astro Toilet. That's who she is.
he is stronger than Super Diaper Baby and Super Diaper Dog, who pushed the Earth a considerable distance out of orbit. And he's also stronger than Captain Blue Pants, who was able to destroy Earth.
Okay, so that's interesting.
So,
Because I used to read Captain Underpants, but like I read the Eurody books where all like I know he fought off like a talking toilet, which is probably where you got this idea from. And he defeated the
no,
talking toilet.
I think it's just like a fun like old versus new kind of thing, where like the Gen Z versus whatever we count as. Are we Gen Z? I don't know. Like the 2000s,
what
like
generation
uh,
is 2004?
yeah, 2000s like edgy, not edgy, but like toilet humor, controversial, said to be rotting the minds of people, juvenile toilet humor based series versus that for the modern age. I think that's just a fun concept, and it's a hero versus villain, because the Scooby Toilets are villains while Underpants is a hero. So I think it's a fun, really interesting concept. And I know you are the biggest Scooby Toilet fan.
Can I not? I don't want to talk about the video too much because I know it'll distract. Can I ask you one question
Sure.
about the Skibidi Toilet video?
Sure.
Did you believe my theory about it being a metaphor for AI?
From what you said, I can believe it, but I have not seen the thing, so I can't be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, or you're just trying to find a reason for the unreasonable.
Okay, that's fair. Because I've had a lot of Skibidi Toilet fans counter argue my AI thing with just saying the actual plot. And I know, like, okay, I know the Astro Toilets aren't literally AI. I know they're from space. They have Astro in their name. I'm not that dumb. I'm just talking about metaphorically, you know? Like I get like the fucking that'd be like saying the demon in Smile is just a demon, and it's not a representation of mental health, even though it's clearly a representation of mental health. It can be two things at once. It can be a demon and it can be the mental health stuff. Shut up.
Okay,
World
cool. So the next match is gonna be another one that has not happened. It's Shifu versus Splinter.
Shiva, like
Shifu. Shifu.
oh
Shifu.
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 Okay, that
Shifu.
makes more
Shifu.
sense. It's like the okay. Shifu versus Splinter. Splinter? Master Shifu.
Really depends on what you want to believe, because there is an argument for multiversal Kung Fu Panda, which is really funny. But in general, more people agree that Splinter should win, because multiversal Kung Fu Panda is kind of stupid.
Yeah, again, this does sound a thing where it kind of depends if you're talking about like the what's it like the Warriors of Awesomeness. I know in the shows they've got some shit going on.
That's a big thing. The shows have been confirmed non-canon, which if you use them, that's where the multiversal stuff comes from.
Yes.
If it's just movies, then it's close, but Splinter does probably pull ahead.
I think if we're talking like the first interpretations that I think of when I hear Shifu and Splinter is I think the movies and I think the old cartoon. I feel like there's a chance Shifu could win against that Splinter, but I feel like it. Well, yeah, I think Shifu could win against that Splinter, but I don't. I'm sure in the fucking like Last Ronin or some shit. There's Splinter, but he's eats babies.
The problem
and gets all the powers.
Is that the old cartoon also scales to the 2003 and the 2012 show. So, yeah.
I don't think I've seen a lot of Turtles. I don't think I've seen enough to be like.
Again, it's definitely what do you want to use for the characters, and that depends on that'll tell you who wins. I kind of lean Splinter because I feel like overall he wins, and the big thing that will give like Shifu the victory is 100% non-canon. But it really just depends what you want to give him.
Though I will say, I feel like Shifu has got to be faster, and I feel like that's useful. Plus, Splinter doesn't know about the whooshy finger hold.
Yeah, doesn't know the whooshy finger hold. He doesn't know about the clap that can blind them. I think if they were like equalized stats, I would probably say Shifu would win, just because he's got more like supernatural abilities. But when you throw in speed and the strength, I think Shifu. I'm gonna lean Shifu. Splinter. Yeah. Yoda versus King Mickey. This is specifically King Parts version of Mickey, not the cartoon.
Oh, King Mickey.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were correct.
Yeah. Sorry, I could talk. The fucking Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC. You know the scene. You don't know the scene. You're the audience. You know the scene I'm thinking about. Defeat fucking 13 versions of Xehanort. Sorry. I get emotional about that scene. Alright, King Mickey wins. Sorry, Yoda. I love you too. King Mickey can also stop time. That's just like a thing he can do. Alright. What's next?
Can you move on? Or you're like, oh, okay, you can move on again. Actually, wait, there's other thing that King Mickey can do.
Alright, I think I'm good.
I should have realized I shouldn't have brought up Kingdom Hearts to you.
Sorry. Just don't bring up FNAF.
There's no FNAF on here. I know better. I'm smarter than that.
God. We would have been here all day.
Indiana Jones versus Jack Sparrow.
I feel like we've talked about this one too.
It was on my favorite matchup list, which
that makes
we
sense.
talked about it, but we didn't talk about who. We talked about who makes that with the other.
Well, see, the thing about Jack Sparrow is That's interesting. Because I love both franchises. I think there's an argument to be made that since Jack Sparrow's fought stronger things, that he should win. And Indiana Jones, kind of, you know. Indiana Jones loses a lot, I feel like, but and so does Jack. At least in the first
Yeah, I was
movie.
gonna say Jack does not have a clean record, man.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I'm trying to. Um. Well, actually, Jack Sparrow wins because he scales to Sora from Kingdom Hearts because he can fight off the Heartless. No.
Okay, that's it. Nope, 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 nope. Next one.
I
Nope,
do
I
think
don't have
Jack
the same one.
Sparrow wins. Either way.
I feel like if you only use their movies, I agree with you. However, they have a ton of other canon material, and from that, Jones is pretty ridiculous.
Is he? That's interesting. Because
Yeah.
the only external media I've done is Fate of Atlantis.
Yeah, he's got games, he's got comics, he's got like a TV show that looks at his younger years.
Right.
And I don't really think Jack Sparrow has as much. He's got a few comics, he's got a few non-canon games. His shows are his movies are his best showings, really, not counting Kingdom Hearts, which is not canon. From what I've seen, if you include everything, Jones does win.
That's
But
interesting.
I'm not going to argue against you because you don't know all the stupid, dumb things these motherfuckers have.
Do you know the kind of stupid bullshit Jones can pull off in the external media?
Not off the top of my head. Here, let me. He can heal himself, which,
Huh?
yeah, I think that's a pretty big thing. I'm not gonna go over everything, but that's a big one. I guess we can go on to the next one. Donkey Kong versus Knuckles.
Donkey Kong punched the moon. Knuckles scales with Sonic, who punched the moon.
So
Who
you're going
punched
with
the
Donkey
moon?
Kong?
I'm just trying to think who punched the moon better. You know, that's a question we all have to ask ourselves from time to time. Now, I again, going back to who's the most powerful, or like most powerful version, because I know there's like Super Knuckles. I don't know how
I
canon
should
that is.
say in this version, because they already did Mario vs Sonic, so like we're not using any power ups. So this is just Donkey Kong versus Knuckles. No power ups, no external things. It's just who can punch the best.
That's interesting. That is really interesting. What gets me though is that Knuckles is definitely faster than Donkey Kong, unless you want to bring back up bullshit. But Mario Galaxy. Knuckles is faster, but he can punch just as good, if not better. But then there's a question of durability. Neither of them are that durable, I think. Because Knuckles really just two punch. Once he got all his rings out, he's kind of beat.
That's considered game mechanics, not more.
Fuck.
Are you going with Knuckles?
I'm gonna go with Knuckles because I also think there's gonna be some comic bullshit, some IDW like, Knuckles. Remember that one IDW comic where Knuckles punches God?
That's a different canonicity.
Okay, so we're going on game logic, adventure,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Don't
have
just
to go Knuckles.
they had Donkey Kong win.
Well, they're wrong.
Mostly because of the moon feat, actually.
Yeah, I figured. Um, yeah, no, I just disagree.
I'm a little shocked. You're like, I told you that they had Mario win, and you're like, no, actually, I'm gonna go with Donkey Kong this time.
Well, because I still disagree about Mario. I still think
Okay.
Sonic wins.
Okay, well, who do
I
you think wins between Garfield and Snoopy?
God fucking damn it. Okay. Let me ponder. The thing about I know what you think wins, but you're also a twisted, fucked up individual. For those who don't know, I'm referring to one of Stripe's older videos where
I really
he's
want someone to do like a thumbnail for my Snoopy versus Garfield. That would be so freaking funny.
oh, if it's Gorefield,
No, no, using canon Snoopy and canon Garfield, who wins?
well, I'm trying to think. The one thing I can think of is the Garfield show, where where Garfield becomes a superhero. That was a thing that happened. So if we're Garfield also, well, Garfield's on his last life, so that doesn't count. I was about to be like, he has 7 lives. No. Um. There's also the argument because they're both based on real animals, and I feel like, and I feel pretty confident in saying that, like, if you were a twisted, fucked up individual and you made a beagle and a cat fight, the beagle would win. So I'm leaning towards Snoopy. Because, Snoopy is a bit more. I mean, they're both prey animals, but well, I mean, beagles are pretty small. I think cat would get a few good scratches in, but I feel like I don't know. Let me look at a picture of a beagle. Right, that's what Snoopy is, right? He's a beagle.
Yes.
Let me Google a picture of a beagle. Oh, that little fucker ain't doing no harm to nothing. That is it. Well, now my day is much better. Oh, um, I guess that thing could fuck up a cat if it really wanted to. Garfield's also very lazy. Snoopy's very energetic. I feel like, but Garfield also has a bit more like canonically more like Toon Force. Well, a lot of Snoopy stuff you could argue. Most of Snoopy stuff doesn't is just imagination. No matter what anyone tries to tell you. Um, Garfield.
So who do you think wins? Just so we're not
Why is
spending
this
so
the
much time.
toughest one? Why is
Okay.
I feel like I need to become a scholar to fully understand the scope of this question. I'm gonna go Garfield.
Okay. I'm gonna just send you an image. I want your live reaction to this image. I'm gonna send you.
God damn it. It always comes back to the fucking moon.
yeah, yeah. So what do you think of Moon Level Garfield? Which, let me be honest, not his best showing. There is genuine universal arguments for freaking Garfield. because he stopped Monday from happening in one comic. He can affect reality. This seems like such like a fun battle, and you look at how freaking cracked Garfield is, and genuinely, you need my dumb Snoopy logic to get Snoopy to this level. What I say about Snoopy is what Garfield is.
Damn.
So anyways, next match. Are you still there? Are you trying to process?
Yeah, no, I'm processing. How can I guess it, what who
There's
what
apparently another comic where he also eats the moon. So this is a recurring thing.
Okay, so that's just Tuesday for him. Okay.
Thank God it's not Monday.
I know.
Anyways,
If it was
Rick
Monday, there
versus
wouldn't be any
Doctor.
stars. You'd have eaten them all.
Rick versus
Alright,
the
what's
Doctor.
the next one?
Rick versus the Doctor.
Who versus the Doctor?
Rick Sanchez, Rick and Morty, wubba lubba dub dub. I'm Pickle Rick. Morty or more.
Okay. My butthole. I'm thinking of my butthole.
You can do that.
Alright. Here's the thing. Because what you've just done is you've just taken one of my favorite if not my favorite character of all time, and put him against arguably one of my least favorite characters of all time. I fucking hate Rick Sanchez. I think he's a dumb character. I think he's unfunny. I think he created a really toxic culture around him. Yeah, I think... I fucking hate Rick Sanchez. Genuinely. I don't like Rick and Morty. I think it's a god-awful show. But it's got all that bullshit going on for it, so it probably wins. You know, cartoon versus live action. So, I mean, sure, the Doctor has his regeneration, but, like, if you got a gun, you know, you can just shoot him. You can also shoot Rick, but whatever. Just say Rick Sanchez wins and let me live. Let me live in a world where I don't have to think about Rick Sanchez.
The Doctor wins.
Good. I feel like I should disagree, but explain why. Let me.
They're physically around the same. They're just kind of stronger than average human. But what gets the Doctor can just like turn off most of Rick's tech with some of his gadgets. And also kind of shockingly, Doctor's smarter.
That is true. Yeah,
So,
I kind of
yeah.
forgot about the sonic screwdriver, admittedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's true then. Yeah. Alright, Doctor wins. Thank
And
God.
Rick just has nothing against the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Did we skip? I don't think we did. No, okay. So, I don't think we... Okay. Whatever. Kermit the Frog versus Hatsune Miku.
Now, we have also talked about this one. Forget.
I don't know if we talked about it in the versus sense, because again, this was on the... Most of the ones that haven't... Most, like, the ones that haven't been done by Death Battle, it was on my big tier list. Because I figured you'd know most of these characters.
The thing about Hatsune Miku is her incredibly questionable... Like, she has no consistent canonicity. You know.
In fairness, the Muppets doesn't have the strongest canonicity either.
That is true. But, like, at least I could go, like, off of The Muppet Show, while Hatsune Miku has... I guess Project Diva?
If this isn't a good matchup, we can do something else.
It's funny. It's just hot. I mean, Hatsune Miku, I think I'm trying to think of a good comparison, like thing to compare Hatsune Miku with, where it's like it'd be like saying Kermit the Frog versus the concept of time, you know? It's like, where do I even start?
Kermit still is the concept of time. Let's be real.
Exactly. So Kermit the Frog wins.
Miku actually wins because at her best, she's got like universal stuff.
Of course she is. That's my problem right there. But then, you know, you say that, but at the same time, got her as a fucking rubber duck right over there.
Yeah, I'm just probably a rubber duck for Kermit. Let's be real.
There's probably several, and I kind of want one now that we're talking about it. Let's just move on to the next verses before I make a bad purchase.
Ben 10 versus Green Lantern.
Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. Ben 10.
You gonna say anything else? Or?
Yes, yeah. Heat Blast.
Yes, Heat Blast alone kills Green Lantern, who's like stronger than Superman.
Brainstorm.
Green Needle?
Echo.
Yeah, so
Spider Monkey.
Green Lantern wins.
Sure.
A little shocked you didn't know this one was like a very infamous episode, because a lot of people disagree with it. But from what I've talked to people with, no, DC is just that stupid that they even beat Alien X.
That's fair. I mean, sure, I can agree that Green Lantern can beat Alien X. That's one thing. Can he beat Four-Arms?
Yes.
Okay. Next question.
Koro Sensei versus Monokuma.
Oh fuck! Don't get me started on this fucking quest. Koro Sensei. Koro Sensei. Don't you dare say anything else.
From what I've heard, Monokuma should win.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
I want Koro to win, but like from what I've heard, Monokuma wins.
No.
I don't really know why.
Because people are stupid and they say stupid things that are wrong and stupid.
Okay,
I read the entire fucking manga. I've played.
They're definitely gonna do this episode like at some point because I know the creative.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Monokuma. All right, let's talk about Ultra Despair Girls. Right? You want to talk about Ultra Despair Girls because we're gonna be talking about Ultra Despair Girls. This fucking Komaru, fucking all it takes is Komaru with a gun to defeat fucking thousands of Monokumas, right? All it takes is one high school girl to defeat that fucking bear. Meanwhile, it takes a fucking entire classroom of very eventually well-trained assassins. It takes them ages to fucking defeat Koro. And even then, he basically just let them. Fuck off, Monokuma.
So Bowser versus Ganondorf, right, guys?
Of course. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna punch somebody. Bowser versus Ganondorf. Bowser.
This is the one time where I'm gonna agree with you, even though they said Ganon wins, because they're wrong, they're dumb, they're smelly. Their argument was literally just Bowser is stronger, faster, better at everything. However, only magic can kill Ganondorf, which is not true at all. But frick you. So no, they said otherwise. This is also like nearly a decade ago. This is like 2016. So they said otherwise, but everyone more or less agrees that no, but Bowser wins. Oh, Bowser wins.
Yeah, can you defeat Ganon with like a fucking fishing rod or something?
Yeah, a fishing rod, a bottle. Yeah, Bowser wins. Frick you.
Yeah.
But who wins between Loki and Kefka?
Oh. Kefka. Loki
Loki.
from Marvel, right? Not Loki from
Yeah, Marvel,
Norse.
but like the comics, not the movies.
Oh, the comics. I know Kefka's broken. I'm just. I've just gotta trust in the world that is Marvel's stupid bullshit and say Loki.
Yeah, that's a safe bet. Loki does win.
Yeah. In a world that was just, Kefka would win, but the world is not just, so.
But maybe the world is just enough to say that Zuko and Todoroki is fair.
Zuko versus Todoroki. Zuko. Well, because Todoroki does everything Zuko can, except for the lightning, I guess. Todoroki's also better trained, arguably, because he's got.
He was trained by his father, and he also goes to school.
Yeah. Todoroki, yeah. Meanwhile, Zuko is just kind of thrown out into the ship, and everyone just. You know. Ain't nobody give a fuck about him. I rode trained him like once.
So you're going with Todoroki?
Because sure, Zuko's got the lightning, but I feel like it takes him a second to like charge it up.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he can just do it like that, like he can like with fire, which in Todoroki has his ice, and I feel like
Reminder
ice.
that Todoroki has also fought characters with lightning, like Denki, I think his name was.
I was just thinking about that because I remember that being. I feel like I remember ice actively blocking lightning. Plus, he can go like toe to toe with Deku, who's very very strong.
So you're going with Todoroki?
I'm going with Todoroki.
That is a correct answer.
Yeah, obviously.
But who wins between Death from Puss in Boots versus Kai from Amanda?
Listen. Kai's cool and all. Death is death. Like he is the concept of death. Like he's the Grim Reaper. Like that thing, you know, that thing, death that nobody can escape. That inescapable thing for all things. He's that.
You realize the film literally starts with Kai escaping death, right?
He can escape death.
Just said you can't.
You can breathe. You can have little brief stints, you know, like sure you get resuscitated. You can go back for a bit, but at the end, there is the end. You know, like sure, Kai can escape from the spirit realm or whatever. What's he gonna do against the heat death of the universe? You know, and that's
he's gonna lock in.
You know what? You're right. Kai wins.
You're right. Kai does win.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does, because he can just turn Death to Jade. Death will technically be stopped if he just gets turned to Jade.
I feel like that wouldn't affect Death, though.
There's no reason to believe it wouldn't.
Well, because it's Death.
So there's no reason to believe it. You can't be like, that's no limits fallacy.
because
As
death isn't
I can believe
super
a
like
death wouldn't can't be kill, but he can be stopped. He can be affected. He can be turned jade. He has a physical form. He can be. Puss did physically push him back with his blows, so he can be affected.
death let that happen. Let's be real.
No, he didn't. You're dumb and you're wrong, and I want you to tell me who wins between Saitama and Popeye.
God fucking fuck, dude. Fuck. Hmm. I know Saitama. Like the one guy Popeye fights is just some fucking boater. You know, I don't even know what that guy's job. I forget his name.
Pluto.
Pluto. He fights one guy named Pluto. Saitama fights like fucking super ultra aliens and shit. Popeye got that dog in him though. I believe in Popeye.
Popeye won because of dumb cartoon shenanigans.
Yeah.
Before we go to the next one, I'm gonna
Let's be
actually
real,
go to the
though.
bathroom very quickly.
Yeah.
You
Let's
can
be
cut
real.
this out. I'm sorry. I've been holding on. I need to go. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'll just
please.
talk about Skibidi Toilet for
Please
a
cut
bit.
this out. Bye.
All right. So what Stripe doesn't know is that I'm not cutting this out. And actually, I think I want to talk about a thing for a second. And I think y'all should watch his videos. Y'all ever watch a Stripe the Squid video? I'll like. I remember more when I first started. I remember back in the early days, like his videos were fine, but you know, I was his friend, so I was like, hey, they're good, you know. But now it's like they're straight up they're really good, like like the Weird Al, the asexual, Transformers, the uh, he's got a lot of really good videos, and I think he's really finding his like writing style, and it's a really good writing style, and it's very fun, and like sure he's clearly like inspired by like Scott the Woz and Shea Frillis, but he's really coming in as his own, and as someone whose like dream it was as a kid to be a YouTuber, something about Stripe specifically really is really inspiring because I got the chance to see him grow, you know, because I remember, I think when I first became like started to like be aware of his channel, he only had a few hundred, and he stayed at a few hundred for a while, but now he's at 1.5k. It's ridiculous, but it's so cool, and there's something really inspiring about that. And now I have my own channel, and I don't think I would have made that channel if I wasn't friends with him. And you know, my channel isn't anywhere near as good. I mean, I've only got the 4 videos after all, but even while making those 4 videos, my one thought is like, what would Stripe do? Oh, he would put a joke here, and you know, obviously, I'm trying to find my own voice. I'm not trying to be Stripe the Squid, because I could never. But I desperately want to one day, maybe, just maybe, be as good as him. And that probably won't happen, because, you know, he's also consistently improving. But, you know, he's the Deku to my Bakugo, you know? And I don't even think he knows that, but it's like, I think he's just a really cool dude, and watch his videos.
That has nothing to do with it. You lied to me.
No, I talked a little bit about Scooby Toilet.
Thank you. That was really nice. I didn't catch all of that, but thank you.
Oh shit, he was listening. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
I was listening in for the past like 2 minutes or so. I didn't want to stop you.
no. Yeah, but yeah, guys, y'all should really watch Skibbity Toilet.
Okay, but should they? Tell me who wins between frick, where are we? Hercules versus Maui, the Disney versions, not the actual ones.
Hercules versus Maui. Maui lassoed the sun to give you and bring you fun.
Is that your argument?
Yes, he lassoed the
Lassoing the
sun.
Lassoing the sun is very impressive. You know what's even more impressive? Uh, Hercules scaling to someone who can move around constellations. One
I
star
mean, so could
versus
Maui
like.
if he had a lasso.
He did. He lassoed the sun.
Yeah,
He has
exactly.
a lasso. But he didn't do anything with any constellations, did he? So Herc wins. I'm trying to see if we can split, but to the final ones we have. Thor versus Vegeta.
First of all,
I am Vegeta. Second of all, Thor is
second of
not
all,
Vegeta. Third of all, Thor wants to be Vegeta, but he can't be Vegeta because he's Vegeta.
because I am Vegeta.
So who wins?
As much as I wish it was Vegeta. Again, Marvel bullshit. You know, I'm sure.
Yeah, stupid Marvel chicanery happens and Thor wins.
If it was specifically the MCU version of Thor, it would be Vegeta, and would perhaps be a more fun fight to watch. But if it's
Dracula versus Magneto. Castlevania Dracula.
Castlevania Dracula. Yeah, thank you for clarifying. I mean, so you can kill Dracula via metal whip, right? That's like the whole thing. That's Castlevania's thing.
It doesn't kill
You
him.
got the metal whip.
It doesn't actually kill him. It just kind of suppresses him for a little bit.
I feel like they do end up fully killing Dracula at some point, though. I forget how. But also,
I
it's
also
like
believe that like the whip is like blessed by like it is the vampire killer. Not like if you just took a normal whip to Dracula, it would not kill him. But it
that
is
is
specifically
fair.
that whip in particular.
That is fair. That is a good point. Marvel bullshit.
From what I've heard, this is debatable. But there really is no way for Neo to fully put Dracula down.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
and
Hear me out.
they're actually pretty comparable in strength, which is shocking considering that Marvel stupidness.
Here's the thing. Magneto drops like a fucking like crane on Dracula. He goes off, finds a priest, which would probably be a little awkward considering he is Jewish. Finds a priest, gets some holy water.
Sure, you know what? Yeah, I think Magneto wins now.
Yeah.
But who wins between Gojo and Makima?
Gojo and Makima is interesting. That is interesting. Because obviously Makima wouldn't be able to hurt Gojo. But if she... And also, I think Gojo's smart enough to not get, like, all sucked up in her bullshit. Like, if this is a true, like, versus match, you know, like 1v1, you know, final destination, no items, Gojo wins. But if they were just, like, both spawn into the earth at the same time, I feel like Makima could do, like, some, like, countermeasures. But again, all Gojo has to do is go up there and go, hollow purple, and then... Wait, no, she wouldn't die. Fuck. Oh, this stupid fuck. God damn it. Fuck. No, that wouldn't kill Majima now, would it? Oh, would it? Oh god, how? Yes, it would. Would it? No, because doesn't Denshi... Makima...
It's a very complicated matchup. They ended up
Can I say
with
draw? Can I say draw?
no, because this is one of the ones that they actually did, so they do have to have a definitive winner.
Okay.
So
Who won?
gun to your head, Gojo Makima, who wins?
Gojo?
Gojo did win.
Okay.
Again, it's a very complicated episode. They even had to like do like specific rules just so the episode could even work.
Yeah. That does sound very complicated. Should have just done Gojo versus like Goku.
But if you want to talk about complicated, trust me, that's a little quirky. The Beast versus Shrek. Begin Beast versus Shrek.
Okay, not okay. I was thinking over there on walls. I don't fuck. And that is interesting because as far as I remember, again excluding Kingdom Hearts, you're welcome. The Beast, the strongest thing the Beast does is win a fight against Gaston, who's just a guy.
In the sequel, the prequel actually, he moves this giant like size of the room piano organ, and by size of the room it means he's like around the size of like a house, like a small house. It's a living pipe organ. Works with Tim Curry.
Now, that is interesting.
Now
I'm trying to think about the strongest thing Shrek has ever done.
In the movies, the strongest thing he has is sinking a wooden ship. In the other media, like the canon Puss in Boots show, there's like
oh, that is the argument, isn't it? Where Puss in Boots has all these crazy fucking adventures, and yet Shrek still defeats him technically when he just picks him up. Which I feel like that's another thing where it's like maybe Puss just kind of let him because his heart wasn't in it, you know. That's debatable. I believe in Shrek. That's a different beast. That doesn't... No. No! Yeah, yeah. No, 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 and fuck you.
Okay, okay, even if the setting says that, but he sacrificed his to fight Thanos. And all the beast does, like, against like other people in his world, doesn't do shit. He's he got the fairy godmother to do the fucking big magic. He didn't do shit. He didn't have any magic. He was even human. He's literally just a human during all that. There's no way. No, fuck you. Fuck you. I scorn you in the very dirt beneath your feet.
What? Waddle Dee? Mario versus DDD. Okay, that's Wario. Yeah. Yeah. Wah. Oh, DDD won. Okay. Okay. Rapid fire. Oh. I'm gonna go Jack Skellington because of the video game. That's canon. Despite the fact that I agree with you, I'm still upset by that. I'm still upset that's your proof. It always comes back to those goddamn constellations. Maybe the constellations just aren't that powerful. Maybe have you considered that? Shoe duck? Sorry, Alright, Scrooge McDuck versus Shovel Knight. Scrooge McDuck. Smarter than Smarties, tougher than Toughies. Tougher than the Toughies. Yeah. Yeah. Nemesis is from Resident Evil 3, and Pyramid Head is from Silent Hill 2. And this is interesting because Nemesis. Yeah. Yeah. Crash. No. The Legend of Spyro? What the fuck? Oh, yeah. Elijah Wood has done a lot of video game voice acting. And I don't know why, every time his name pops up, it keeps surprising me or something. Really, Elijah Wood in a video game? I'm like, hell yeah. My boy jump scared. I versus Ramona. She wins. Ramona wins. Yes. Sorry, I need to soul search for a moment. I feel like they're both unable to die. So I feel like it would just kind of be like an endless cycle of torment. Like, I feel like this would be, purgatory for the both of them. Just locked in combat forever. Except of course they both can't die. They're not purgatory. You know? If you, knowing you as the fucked up little gremlin that you are, you want me to pick one, I'm gonna say Tom, but I'm sure the Wile E. Coyote moves some cosmos somewhere, so I'm probably stupid, but I'll say Tom. I just don't think the constellations are that powerful. That's what I'm learning here. The constellations are a little bitchy. Fair enough. Alright, now, it's time to end the episode. I want to end the episode quick, because I desperately have to pee. Yes, okay, I thought that was kind of my bad. Oh! Alright. Who counts under all the Disney princesses? Can you just list them off for me? Can I ask why Cinderella is part of the 5? I know live action Mulan has her stupid thing. Well, I don't want to be thinking live action. I was getting rage inside my heart just thinking about it. Yeah. So my really the only thing I'm doing in my head is how do I counteract Elsa? And sure, let's say Cinderella has her fucking time travel powers. Elsa has always had her ice powers, so unless you want to say Cinderella just goes back and, kills her parents or something, that's stupid. That's stupid. Forget the time travel. I don't care to interact with it. So the only other thing would be Rapunzel's hair, which is healing. First, it takes her a while to sing that song. Second, it can be cut. And sure, she's got the tears. Oh, but there's the show. Oh, there's some show bullshit, isn't there? I'm gonna say Elsa. No. Ariel's a fucking fish. What's she gonna do? Elsa can just freeze her. Okay, yeah, sure, but anyone can have. Fucking Elsa could get the trident. Give Elsa the trident. Yeah, for like a moment. Alright, fucking. Who's. Elsa can freeze the ocean. That's like the one thing she freezes water.
Yeah, but it's not gonna. She's not gonna immediately freeze the ocean. Also, she's a glass cannon.
No, you're wrong. Elsa wins.
You're stupid. But anyways, that's
I'm smart. I'm the smartest. I am smarter than the entire Versus community, and I'm sorry that you can't accept that.
Epic. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode. Bye.
I'm gonna go release my fluids. See y'all.